I just love these things. Okay, and look at the view. Good morning, welcome back to the channel. This morning we've just left Maggie's Bridge and we're heading this way to Homewood. I hope you're going to enjoy today's session. We're going to have 3 or even 4 different things to talk about as we go around on this particular little trail. So enjoy. Now if you're thinking that the path so far has been really flat, well, as I said earlier, that's by design. This is part of the Miles Without Stiles initiative by the Lake District. Over 50 walks that are completely accessible to people who perhaps need to be in a wheelchair or have even a mobility scooter for that matter, and also for families with pushchairs. It's quite flat, it's extremely scenic, as I hope you've seen already, and I think it's a fantastic initiative. And I'll put some details up here now about how you can find out some more about the Miles Without Stiles initiative, and I'll put it down here in the description as well, or as I like to call it, Miles with Smiles. Now, as we approach this little junction, wow, I don't know if you heard that, but that was a deer. I spotted it, but I didn't get it on camera. Oh, yeah, okay. That was a surprise, but cool. Right, so as I was saying, as we come out at this little junction here, the path actually loops back around this way now, and as promised, we're going to continue doing this Miles with Smiles. For the last 500 or 600 metres as well, by the way, I've been attacked by a robin. I'll see if I can catch it. Yeah, this is where the deer was. Yeah, sorry I missed it. Right, okay. So far this has been a massively pleasant walk. I can't tell you just how scenic this particular little route is, and unfortunately, well, I say unfortunately, fortunately and unfortunately, if I just spin you around, that's the path that takes us back to the Maggie's Bridge car park, and we are going to take this path here, and this is going to take us up to the waterfalls on in Homewood. Right, let's go and do that. As I ascend the trail through Homewood, I can hear the sound of the cascades going louder and louder. Looking forward to this. I do love a nice waterfall. particularly when I have it all to myself. Great. Well, isn't that beautiful? And all to myself this morning. This actually concludes the lowest level part of the walk, and we're going to continue along this path, and then we're going to make our way up onto the side of Burnbank Fell, and then we'll have a little bit of a crack about the Corpse Road, of all things. Yeah, okay, let's go. As we ascend this path, I'll give you a quick pan across Loweswater to Darling Howe and Low Fell, and there's Whiteside with its top in the clag and Grassmore. You know, there should be hundreds of people on this trail. This is just extraordinary this morning. Absolutely fabulous. And just here, you need to keep your head up because that's the path that comes up direct. And this is the path that we want to take now. Yeah, let's go. Now this path is now certainly not traversable by everybody, but for those of you with a decent level of fitness, it shouldn't pose any problems whatsoever. You know, it really is a privilege to live in this area with such beauty so close to my front door, but with a little bit of effort anybody could do this, you know. So we'll keep going, and eventually the views will open completely up for us, and then we're going to have a little chat about the Corpse Road, St Bees and the Priory there, the Benedictine Priory there, and a startling discovery that links the Corpse Road and the Priory. So this trail is where 1,000 years of history comes together. The Corpse Roads are roads where people would take their dead to consecrated ground, and one place has been consecrated ground for such a long time is St Bees. Now, and workmen at that priory uncovered a knight from the Crusades in Lithuania. This was in 1981, not so long ago, and workers at the priory found a lead coffin, and within that lead coffin they found, almost perfectly preserved, a knight. He's been identified as Anthony de Lucy. He was a crusader in Lithuania in 1368, I believe, if memory serves. And the best evidence that we've got is that he actually landed on the east coast and was transported across country. The reason why he was so well preserved is he was wrapped in linen, and then that linen was suffused with resin, pine resin, I can only presume. It's assumed that he was landed on one of the east coast ports coming from Lithuania, from Scandinavia, and then transported across country on roads just like this. The corpse roads were the motorways of their day for the dead to get to consecrated ground. So think on, the next time you're on one of these trails and you're walking along looking at the scenery, think of the history that's gone before, the thousands of years people have used and worked and lived and died in these fells. Let me take you to a favourite little place, and where I'm going to have a cup of coffee and maybe a chocolate bar. Look at this, absolutely so spectacular. I just love these things. Okay, and look at the view. It's a shame the tops are in a bit of cloud again this morning, but it doesn't take it away from me. Now we can see all the way back to Maggie's Bridge, which is just over there. And what we did is we come right along the lakeshore, and then we cut off and we came up through the woods to Homewood Waterfalls, and then around that side, and then eventually back along this path.
Now Wainwright calls this a dull hill, with little to suggest the grandeur of the mountain masses piled inland from it, and nothing to divert the attention of the passing traveller. Helped by Homewood, the northern slope makes a colourful background to Loweswater and has a fine terrace path, the one that we've just been on. I'm going to disagree with Wainwright. I don't think this is a dull hill. I actually think the walk today has been absolutely spectacular. Tell me in the comments what you think.
Should you be bagging Wainwright, and rather than coming for the scenery, just over there is Fangsborough, and this is the direct route to bag Burnbank and also Blake. Around here, Blakefell is just called Blake. So you come from Fangsborough up that path and then up there, and you're done pretty much. This is the only cairn on this whole path. Oh dear. And so there we have it, folks, and unfortunately the weather's really come in now, and the rain's dripping off my hair, and as you can see all around it's just been and gone and got gay on us. So I'll give you a quick look at the actual summit, or the summit cairn, which is just here. That way is Blake Fell, where two ramblers are off to at the moment. Would you believe the battery went just as I was about to sign off? Oh my lord. Okay, so with Burnbank Fell behind me and the weather clean in front of me, whilst I thought I might call it a day at that, I think I'm going to continue. Behind me is the route to Blake Fell, and possibly I'll go that way. But for this video, I'm going to sign off. So, like, subscribe, and may your boots stay dry. See you on the fells. Come on. Push. Come on. Go. Come on.